welcome back to the Oklahoma Today podcast. I'm your host, Ben Lucian, and I'm at the line, shooting one.
Yeah!
We've got the world famous Thundor in the studio today. He is here for an interview with the Oklahoma Today podcast. Watch it next. All right. Well, as promised, we are here with Thundor. Do I address you as Thundor or Garrett?
You can address me as Thundor.
Okay.
The mask is on, so let's make it official.
Yes. With the one and only Thundor, if you've watched a Thunder game nationally, more often than not, you're going to see Thundor there, trying to make sure that the opponents miss their free throws. Thundor, thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Before we get started into your backstory and everything, how long does it take to get into the Thundor look?
Well, luckily for me, there's a couple of different Thundor appearances.
Yes.
You know, I can go with, I got a sunburn, which is a very unique look. This is my championship suntan.
Have you been working on this all?
No, this is just from the championship parade.
Okay.
The
Nice.
sun was out that day, and so I've been sporting this all summer long.
Nice.
But if I'm going just shirtless because I'm at work and I'm leaving work, then I just do a quick costume change in a restroom and take my suspenders to the game with me, pop those bad boys on, and it's go time.
Right.
If I'm getting a painting, it just depends on the detail of the paint, and it also depends on the artist on how long it's going to take. A good paint job is typically going to take an hour, hour and a half. A Chase Dryden special is probably going to run about 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Yes. Chase Dryden, he did your art for, does he still do your art? Or has
Chase has been one of the most consistent artists that I've had over the years. I think at last count, I've reached about 40 different artists.
Oh, wow. I
From
didn't realize it was that extensive.
Girls on first dates to co-workers to Brickman. Kudos and shout out to Brickman.
Yes, Brickman's
he gave me all my playoff paint jobs this year.
Nice.
And I mean, hey,
Yeah.
it worked, right? I mean,
Yeah.
So he
Yeah,
must be the good luck work.
Exactly.
But if it's something that's going to be more detailed or like player specific, then Chase is the guy to go to. Chase Dryden is a college roommate of mine. We went to USAO together, and he's the best tattoo artist that I know. So when it comes to the fine details, he's my go-to guy. He's the best artist that I know.
Right. So, Thundor, are you from Oklahoma City originally, or?
Nope. I come from a small town south Oklahoma called Duncan, Oklahoma. Go Demons!
Oklahoma. Yes.
And then I went to college at USAO in Chickasha, and then have just kind of been in the metro area ever since.
Right. Were you a basketball or like sports fan growing up?
Absolutely. I've been a sports fan my whole life. I was never the most athletically gifted child. And then I was recruited more for football, but I had promised my mom I would never play. And so I just kind of was left wanting as a basketball player. So my talents were best used in drama and debate. So that's what I did most of my high school experience.
Oh, okay.
And then I went to college for psychology and communication. So I always enjoyed watching sports. I enjoy playing it. I'm very competitive whenever I do play, even if it's just like a board game. But I remember specifically like the moment that it all kind of came together for me was when I moved into town and we got cable for the first time.
Ah, yes.
And I remember like watching ESPN Sports Center, and like that changed my entire mindset of, hey, sports are kind of cool, to like, whoa.
Yeah, for sure. I was that kid too. Just watching. You know how they would loop Sports Center all the time?
Oh, yeah.
I would just watch like 3 consecutive Sports Centers. What was wrong with me? It was a different time.
Well, exactly. That was the heyday of Sports Center, and we didn't have the internet. You could just go hop on, and if you did want to try to watch a video, you're going to wait 30 minutes for it to load.
Yeah.
So, that was my jam, and I remember watching like a middle school kid hit a half-court shot, and that was like in their top 10, and I would be like, whoa, what if I like just happen to make a half-court shot one day, or I wonder what I could do randomly to get on ESPN, and then fast forward, and the dream becomes reality in the most ridiculous way.
Yeah.
And the way that I make it is being shirtless and painted, which you tell insecure, 12-year-old Garrett, you're going to be shirtless in front of millions on TV. I would have never dreamt.
Have you ever been on the top 10 plays? Did they put you on that segment specifically?
No, but they've opened the segment with me when
Yeah.
my Kobe Bryant belly paint. They started Sports Center talking about it for like 2 minutes straight.
Yeah, nice.
So I've been on there and just random highlights and things. ESPN's written articles about me and all that. So that's really crazy.
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, what is this?
Yeah.
You know, like
Right.
how does that even become something that's happening?
Yeah. Well, we talked about sports, but what about wrestling at all? Was that ever?
Oh yeah, I mean, I grew up in the good era, the Attitude Era. You know, I grew up watching Hulk Hogan and WCW and all that good stuff, Macho Man, and it was always a fun watch for me.
Yeah.
And then what kind of transpired is the first season that the Thunder were here. That Halloween, I happened upon a cheap Nacho Libre costume.
Yes.
And then I go to the first game, and in the Game Night magazine, they have an ad for Ultimate Thunder Fan. Put two and two together, it's not much of a shark to jump to be painted up and going crazy and wearing a wrestling suit.
Now, Nacho Libre, would you say the best Jack Black movie? It's definitely up there.
It's always going to hold a special place in my heart because of where it's
course.
kind of the path it's led me down for sure. So, but I do try to like. I get a lot of people who will come up to me and they'll either recognize me just because of the Thundor aspect, or they'll like want to talk to me about the Lucha Libre mask that I'm wearing. So I try to have an understanding of whose mask I'm wearing.
Oh, yeah,
so like I think this is a Kalisto mask from what I understand.
Yes.
And so that's always kind of fun to kind of have that dual dynamic of wrestling fans and basketball fans. And my son is named Hogan, and that's kind of a nod to Hulk Hogan because my father resembled him. And so that was like a way to kind of pay homage to my father.
Interesting.
And so that's
a lot of
kind
things
of how it's all
coming full circle.
Yeah.
Interesting.
As is life.
So it started, opening year, there was like a contest for best fan, right?
Sponsored by Loves. And then that included some of the OGs that you'd still recognize today. Thunder Princess, Brickman, Thunderhead, who made a reemergence for the playoff run this year when my uncle passed and I was there at his wake. Thunderhead stepped in, brought home a W for us with his distraction techniques. So, you know, there's still, and that's kind of made this foundation of a strong friendship that we still share. We have a group chat.
Nice.
That's part of like other Thunder fans and former Storm Chasers and things like that, where we all kind of come together and we're able to kind of carry through this whole championship run. We started off the group chat as Thunder Buddies to playoff pals to now it's the forever going to be the championship chat.
Nice, yes. Well, tell me about the run this season. At what point did you feel like this was going to become something special? They were kind of dominant all year, so maybe it was early on.
It was early on. It was pre-Chet injury.
Yeah.
Because as I would describe it to fans who would want to talk about it, is it just felt different? I don't know how many times I said that throughout the season, is that it just felt different. It felt like we finally had all the pieces. You break down the roster from top to bottom, you could find somebody who's going to fill every role. And then you also have the young, hungry aspect, and you have players who are willing to step back from themselves to propel the team forward.
Right.
And I think that unselfish play was very apparent from the beginning. And then, you know, Chet goes down and the Thunder continue to do really well. So then it's like, man, if he can just come back at just a piece of himself at 80%, you know, and then he returns and it was just game on. And so it felt different really early on.
Yes.
And I mean, I'm not going to lie. There's been other years where I was like, oh, it feels kind of different. It feels kind of good.
Yeah.
But this one, it finally hit.
Yes, for sure. Especially, I mean, it all came together for me personally during the championship parade. That was just surreal. I mean, I see that stuff happen on TV all the time, but just to actually be at one in my own city, like, wow.
Yeah, it's always been like a bucket list item to be able to witness a championship parade, period.
Yeah.
Let alone the championship parade to be in my own backyard.
Right.
And so for that to be my first time to get to experience that and for it to be the team that I root for the most, was really just surreal, full circle. You kind of already mentioned that earlier. And just to kind of witness the whole city come together and just celebrate something that had been building for years. And, that doesn't happen without the patience of Clay Bennett, without the foresight and genius that is Sam Presti.
For sure.
And without the quality coaching and Mark Dagnall. I mean, that, again, you talk about the team coming together. I think the ownership, the GM, the coaching, that also kind of all gelled together, and they all achieved they all came together for a common goal, and they knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, just really excellence all the way down the line, and you can sort of see it reflected in the results, just how dominant they were. Do you go to every single home game, or how does that work?
When I was younger, I wouldn't miss. I would make fun of anybody who did. As I've gotten older, had a kid.
It's a grind.
It becomes really challenging. So I try to make it as much as I can. This last year, I would say I was probably at 90% of at the regular season, and then I was there for every playoff game, except for the one where my uncle unfortunately passed, and that's where Thunder had stepped in.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we talk about how much of a grind the season, the 82-game season is for the players. And then just half of that if you go to all the home games.
Oh yeah, it wears on my wallet as well, for sure. That's very. I think about it every year that we go. It's like another chunk of money, and I'm always like, man, that could have been a really nice car. Dang, my house, I could have had a bigger house by now. So it's that does kind of hit you there. But to see the championship is priceless.
Yeah, exactly. So there's that kind of like the payoff. And then you make all sorts of. You get cool opportunities. You meet all sorts of people.
Oh man, this is, it's an expensive hobby. It is a weird hobby. It opens doors that you wouldn't think otherwise even existed.
Yeah.
I've hung out on stage with my childhood sports idols like Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal bit me on live television. I mean, weird things like that you wouldn't think. Getting to do commercials, getting to do TNT spots, or potentially getting to be in different series and things. Like it's really wild, and I appreciate the acknowledgement. Like I said earlier, the articles from ESPN and all those things. Like I'm just a dude who loves sports. I just so happen to be willing to go the extra mile to get real weird with it, in hopes of somehow impacting the game ever so slightly. I may have distracted a handful of players in 17 years. Yeah. But you never know when that one point might be what changes the game.
Do you have a story of any time maybe a player acknowledged you or anything like that?
The most like noticeable ones obviously are like Damian Wilkins had the biggest break because he doubled over in laughter, and then he missed his free throw, and so that highlight is probably like the one that you can go to and be like, that right there is why I do this. Kenyon Martin back in the day used to laugh a whole lot, and it was fun giving him guff. I think I was distracting him at my first Christmas game, and I had like a Christmas tree on, and I was wrapped in garland, and my megaphone is all wrapped in garland. It was a lot, so I can understand like being confused as to why there's a fat jolly man, shaking around a tree at you. Most recently, Paulo Banchero, he like leaned in to try to read what my belly art said, and it said like Paulo versus Chet, because Chet's injury, we didn't get to see them play, so finally Chet's second season we did. And so he was like trying to read what it said because I had some like fringe hanging down, so I parted it for him, and he reads it, nods his head, and then misses the free throw. So
nice, yeah.
It's those kind of moments.
You got to give him something to think about that's not making that shot. Yeah,
and then I know the longer I've been around. I mean, we've been doing this since the first season, so I know that the players know that I exist.
Right.
And so I'm sure there's some level of like, okay, we're going to Oklahoma City. I got to go look at that dumb dude. So it's as the years have gone on, it's what else can I do? And now that I'm getting older, a little more reserved, like I'm not going as weird as I once used to. So it's more about just kind of breaking that concentration.
Now, what do you yell into the megaphone actually?
I keep it PG, because that's always something I've been, really conscious of. But it's a much of whoop,
Oh yeah. Well, you hear that sound at the game.
And then it's if they're a former Thunder player, I'll typically give them their first free throw. I'll clap for them, and then I'll tell them, I prefer you in Thunder Blue, but now I got to boo you.
Yeah. Nice.
And so there's some of those. I don't really go for too much outside of that because, like I said, I want to keep it PG, and then it's more about just getting their eye focused to look at me or whatever. And we call it free throw defense.
Right. So. Yes. So what about this coming season? Is a repeat in the works, or what do you think?
Oh man, I mean they're primed and ready to go. Their health is going to be their biggest thing. I can't imagine what a year of like a healthy Chet would look like.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Alongside Hartenstein, they didn't get to play too many games together. In the past, I think during Shan Presti's press conference, he kind of talked about like the core of the players who played in the playoffs. During the regular season, it only played like 11 times together before that.
Yeah.
And so that continuity, getting a little off season to come together, I think it's only going to get better from here. I mean, I think another season under their belt. They've been through the battles. They know what to expect. The only thing that's going to stop them is health in themselves.
Yes.
So.
Yes. And talking a little bit about, I mean, was it ever? It was never your goal, I guess, to become like the sort of iconic figure, even nationally. Nationally, people know who Thundor is.
No, the early phases, like I said, I came because I wanted to support. I wanted to make sure that whatever I did, whatever little bit I could do to keep a professional team in Oklahoma, I would do, whether that was just showing up to games or whatever. And then it was right place, right time, right mindset. I'm, 22 years old when the Thunder come. I have some disposable income in that early stage of my life. And I was like, you know what, I got this costume. I'm willing to get weird with it, put those two together. And initially it was cool. I'll get to maybe win a trip to Boston.
Yeah.
I'll get some free beef jerky. I'll get some free Pepsi.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. And here we are 17 years later, shirtless and talking about my antics.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely, so that first season, were did you assume you're going to come back and do the same thing next season?
Once it started,
like,
and
when
once
did you realize it was going to be like over 10 years?
Probably the second season. Because the second season, you come back and they still wanted to do a second season of Love's Ultimate Thunder Fan. Mm-hmm. And so then they wanted us to be a group that would try to rally fans and get them excited and sign up or help them. And like I helped my friend make a costume and then helped his friend make a costume. And, it just kind of started growing more and more of these groups of wild randos. And then they made a trading card of me. And so then it's like, oh man, what is all of this?
Yeah.
And so at that point it was like full steam ahead. There was nothing going to stop me from pursuing this weirdness.
Has a Thunder player ever reached out to you or given you a
when
nod
I meet them at season ticket member events or just randomly, and I mean a lot of times they're like, "Oh, you're that guy."
Yeah.
My favorite reactions from Thunder players have to be like Daquan Cook. One night after a game, Daquan Cook, Russell Westbrook, Eric Maynor, we're all at Hooters eating some wings. And we're sitting there and we're like, man, I kind of want to go say what's up. And we're like, let's let them finish. And so they're about to finish, we're about to leave. And we go up and be like, hey, can we get a picture or whatever? And, Russ and Eric are facing us. And so they're like, yeah, that's cool, no problem. And you can see Daquan being like, oh, dang it, dude, I'm just trying to eat. And he stands up and then he goes, oh, it's you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's you.
Yeah, hilarious.
So that was a cool moment.
You were his celebrity moment.
Yeah, so that was like a fun you could tell he was like, oh, another dang picture in public, and then meeting Steven Adams, of course, he's a legend in of himself. He's probably one of the nicest, most solid dudes ever. And he called me a legend, and I was like, dude, you're the legend, man. Like, don't be trying to sell that with me. But he was really nice about it. Dort got a good laugh about it. And so it's fun. But I don't, just like I know I'm just a regular dude. I know those guys got their own lives.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to go seek them out. But Caruso, you owe me a kegger.
Yes.
Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, what are you talking about there?
Well,
Give us the
during
backstory.
an interview, Caruso said that if and when the Thunder win the championship, there was going to be a kegger at Thundor's house. I live at Thundor's house, and I have had zero
No keggers yet.
Caruso
Wow.
keggers.
Caruso, yeah, you got to make it happen.
So
Yes. Well, hopefully that gets set up soon. Just my last question is, we were talking about the parade earlier. You still got a little bit of the parade tan left. Just what does all this mean for the people of Oklahoma? Like, to me, it just still seems like a dream that we're living through.
Well, born and raised an Oklahoman, and being a sports fan, I would always be a fan of players.
Yes.
Oh man, I really like, Charles Barkley. I like the way he plays. Oh, I like Shaq. Or, oh, Reggie Miller, man, he seems cool. And so you're just kind of like connecting these random players throughout history, but you're never like, oh, they're mine. They play for me. They play for my hometown. And so you support the player, you're not supporting the city. And so as soon as the Hornets came for their brief time, and then you see how much the city rallied around it, and I was in my 20s, you're getting that hope of like, oh my goodness, am I about to see a professional team in Oklahoma? And to be in that frame of life, or in that time of my life, and then to see it come to fruition.
Right.
I don't ever want to see that leave.
Right.
The important economic impact, the general view from outside of the state that it helps, like Oklahoma's not just that flyover state. We're fun. We know how to have a good time. We know how to support a franchise. We're loyal to a fault, and it just is something that I don't ever want to see go away.
Right.
Like I said earlier, I have a son. I want him to grow up his whole life knowing that Oklahoma's got a team. Oklahoma is on the map.
Right.
We matter not just here locally, but nationwide, worldwide, and that no matter where you're from, how small you are, you can make a big impact. So I think that speaks volumes to what the Thunder are and what the Thunder represent.
Yes. Well, how do I get an invite to the Alex Caruso kegger?
I don't know, man. And whenever he hits me up and he wants to bring that keg over, I'll hit you up.
All right, cool. Well, we'll hold you to that. Alex for holding you to that, too. Thundor, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yes, absolutely.
Thunder up.
It was really awesome to have Thundor here in the studio. He actually walked into the office, came up. Our front desk guy, Keith, I told him we were bringing in someone famous, and he saw Thundor coming in, and he was like, "Oh yeah, he is famous." So
I wish I could have been there for that. That would have been fun.
yes, it was a whole lot of fun, and he was down for anything in the studio, so it was a lot of fun. Now, if you are people watching on YouTube, if you're a student, you might notice that I'm wearing something different than I was a little while ago. That's because due to technical difficulties, we actually had to reshoot this segment on a different day. It happens, but that's the way the business goes sometimes.
Sometimes it happens.
So it's sort of fun that we get to talk about this question again because it's one of the funnest questions of the week that we've had
this
on
is a
the
good
show. So
Social media liked it.
Yes. Before I get into that, for those of us who don't normally watch the show, we've got senior editor Carly Ibarra, editor-in-chief Nathan Gunner, and research editor Kirsten Stone. And now we're doing our question of the week, which this time is what Oklahoma brand are you a super fan for? Thundor, of course, a super fan for the Oklahoma City Thunder. For a lot of Oklahomans, the brand that they represent is Brahms. And so I'm just gonna, yes, absolutely.
Two Oklahoma brands in
Brahms
one right
every
there.
day. I'm going to automatically assume that Brahms is part of everyone's answer. So instead of just telling me Brahms, you've got to tell me something specific about Brahms. What is your go-to order? What tips do you have? And also, this isn't just a Brahms segment, so you can tell me what other brands you're
Not
fan
sponsored
of.
by Brahms. We wish we were.
Yes,
Wink.
absolutely.
I bought that cup with my own money.
Yeah.
Yes, and good for you.
Yeah.
Nathan, what about you?
Okay, so Brahms, oh, that's a hard one because there's so much of Brahms that I love. Okay, look, here's the thing. a Brahms burger with just meat and bun and cheese, that's excellent. Amazing. If that's not quite enough for you, the number 4, the 4 cheeseburger, is the same effect, but a lot more cheese and even better. A regular limeade. The cherry limeades are great, but a regular limeade. Their fries, I always have to have some of their fries. We used to go in high school and our little youth group would go do morning prayer, and then we would have breakfast at Brahms in high school before school. So I have a special spot in my heart for those hash browns because it's just a fun memory of hanging out with my friends. So that's the Brahms of it all. Oh, and then ice cream wise, the Black Forest Sundae, delicious, amazing with the cherries and the chocolate and the whole, and the peppermint ice cream because it's superior peppermint ice cream because it's not peppermint ice cream. It's sweet cream ice cream with peppermint candy. And so it's not so pepperminty. It's perfect.
Right.
It's really, really, really good. So those are my Brahms things.
Yeah, that's one of the things that out-of-towners, I think, don't fully appreciate about how hard Brahms goes in the ice cream game.
It's so good.
It is
just wonderful.
The flavors that you have, it doesn't compare to Culver's or even Baskin Robbins.
No, it's not. Bluebell.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
it's Brahms.
They had a whole line just recently of 6 different just Mexican varieties that were not
those were really good.
And
they were the bomb.
Those were really good. Yeah, Chris, thank you. Yeah, they were really, really, really good. I want to put a bug in the ear of anyone from Brahms who's listening, though. 24 hours.
Oh, yes. 24 hours. When? Maybe just at a few locations.
Just a few, but one near me.
Yeah.
In the central Oklahoma City area, we needed 24-hour Brahms, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was that. I guess that was a big one. I just want them to think about maybe 24 hours.
Do you have other than Brahms? Do you have?
I'm a big fan of Simple Modern.
Yes.
And so Carly has done a really cool job. I swear I wanted to give this an Okie Award for favorite Oklahoma accessory of the year.
Yeah.
And it's 40 ounces, so it's lots of water.
Yeah, big fan of Simple Modern. Big fan of the Thunder and the Sooners. Obviously, those are my teams. And the not the Dodgers anymore. The Comets.
The Comets.
Thank you. Big fan of all of our sports teams. So those are kind of mine. And I really love whoever makes these Okie T-shirts.
Oh, yes.
And stickers and things.
Yes.
Those are cool.
I bet they're hot.
Yeah. No, I
Chris looks pretty comfy in his Okie B-ball hoodie.
Yes, look at that.
Available
Modeling
at
it today.
shoptravelok.com.
Definitely planned.
Yeah.
Carly, what about you?
had 2
You
weeks
weren't
to
here
think
the
about
first
that.
time, so I'm interested to hear your answer.
So I just want to take this moment to speak directly to Brahms, if I could. The chicken fried steak sandwich, I really, really need you to bring that back because that was my favorite, one of my favorite fast food. And don't get me wrong, a Del Rancho chicken fried steak sandwich is perfect, is great. I love it. But sometimes I don't have a half an hour to wait for one of those.
That's true.
And I want a
That's
chicken
true,
fried steak
yeah.
sandwich. But now I love Brahms breakfast. For 2 years, I think I ate a a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel for breakfast. Anytime I would get breakfast out of the house. Absolutely. But the other brand that I really like, there's a lot of Oklahoma brands that I like, but the one that comes immediately to mind is Fortune Cookie Soap, which is based in Jenks. And it used to it has grown to be really huge, and I've seen some influencers and stuff that have it now, and so it's just they're really good products. The people are super nice, everything smells great. It's a really cool shop, and when I go to the Tulsa area I try to stop in.
That's really cool. I wasn't game on that that brand.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I know all about soaps.
Carly will do our soap special later on.
That was the other Brahms plea. Pints.
Pints.
Yeah,
Pints.
instead of the
Brahms.
big, yeah.
Pints.
Uh-huh.
24 hour. What if I could come to you at 3 a.m. and get a pint of ice cream?
I
You know
really
how much
hope-
money I would spend.
I really hope Mr. Brahm is watching this.
Yes.
Mr. Braun.
Anyway, sorry, I knew I had another one.
All right, Kirsten, we're interested to hear, 1, your Brahms order, 2, other things, non-Brahms things.
Brahms order depends on what is on the specials menu at the time,
Oh,
especially
okay.
if they have, I forget the name, but it's the sweet and spicy barbecue burger or
Yes.
something. I don't know what's on it, but I know it has barbecue sauce and jalapenos, and it smacks.
Yeah.
I get that a lot if it's in season. If not, either the bacon burger or the chicken strip dinner.
Yeah, the chicken dinner. That's a
Yeah.
good one.
But whatever it is, you gotta have Brahms sauce. That stuff is so
Yeah.
good. I love the Brahms sauce. We actually had Brahms the other night, so I did do that.
I would love to know the Brahms sauce recipe because it's not just like it's got some kick to it.
Heaven
Ice
and magic
cream on
and
it.
spice.
Ice cream.
Vanilla ice cream is the base.
I bet. Yeah.
No, the Brahms sauce. And I just recently learned, I hadn't had a chicken strip dinner in a while because I've been doing burgers. I didn't realize they replaced the pudding with a cookie.
Oh.
And the Brahms cookies are so
okay.
much better. And I don't know about y'all. I don't really like pudding, so I'm so happy with this decision.
Well, the
and I'm
pudding
so
was
glad.
it was like a recent sort of development because I remember having chicken dinners way back in the day, and I think they did have a cookie, or maybe it was like I don't know. It
I
had a
don't remember
different
this
kind
at
of dessert.
all.
Yeah.
Really?
Well,
Yeah,
my
they kept-
family loved the chicken dinners.
They kept giving me puddings for a long time because I'd always like get the pudding and I'd give it to somebody else at the table. I'm like, I don't want this. This is free game. But now it's a cookie, and I'm so happy
All
about
right.
it.
Good choice.
I'm happy for you, Kirsten.
They're-
Brahms has good cookies.
They're good bakers. They
Yeah.
don't get enough
Yes.
credit for what good bakers they are too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The bakery section is
Mm.
great.
Yeah, we haven't even touched on, and I guess I can touch on it. The Brahms grocery store
Oh.
inside of I think every Brahms has a grocery
Again, they're
store.
not giving us a dime.
Yeah. But so many great, I mean, just like little pantry
Yeah.
staples, or like mostly the snacks.
It's
and
especially
treats.
perfect if it's like, oh, I want to make that thing, but I don't have X. Like I
Right.
don't have one thing, and I
Yeah.
can just stop on the way home from work and get it.
It's not just snacks though, because they have a small produce section that has like lemons and onions and tomatoes and stuff like that, exactly
Yeah.
for that reason.
Yeah.
So you can just stop by on your way home.
You know what's a great tip? If you want a Brahms burger, but you don't like, if you're cooking at home, right? And you like go to Brahms, get the meat from Brahms, get the buns from Brahms, get the cheese from Brahms, grill it at home. You've made a Brahms burger at home. Like it's hard to tell the difference. Yeah.
Yeah, they also have a surprisingly large selection of like gluten-free items. Yeah.
We sound like we're being paid.
Yeah, we do. There's just so many cool
We
things
just
to
really
say about
like
Brahms.
Brahms.
I mean, there's a reason the Brahms logo is probably the #1 local
They should
tattoo.
post this on their social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about you, Ben? What do you order?
Yes,
at
but that
Brahms?
was well. I guess my go-to order is honestly I like getting the combo with the small burger, small fries, and small shake.
That's good.
Yes,
That's
because
good.
I like having the shake treat, but I don't just want to overdo it.
What kind of shake?
Oh, I just always get chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
always chocolate.
Always
Okay.
chocolate, and that's a nostalgia.
You never
more-
just twist off and order strawberry in a panic?
no.
Okay, wow.
It's
All
just nostalgia more than anything.
Okay.
I mean, God, I
They
was
make a good
raised
shake.
on Brahms chocolate shake. That was like in the bottle.
Wait,
basically.
so when you order this, do you also have a water to supplement, or do you drink a shake as
I'll
your
often
drink?
order a water on
Okay.
the side.
Okay,
yes.
I was just curious because I can't drink a shake as
Yeah,
my
yeah,
primary
yeah.
drink.
Right,
so-
as a beverage, it's not.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I mean, if I'm, we can cut this out.
is
If
the
I'm
insanest
choking, if I'm choking, I don't have time to slurp up the shake. So.
It's fair.
Brahms
Anyway.
anyway. Fit.
These are the things I think about. I don't know if we'll use that or not. But in terms of other brands I'm a big fan of, I love Oki shirts, as Nathan already pointed out. I love the Oklahoma Today magazine. That's my #1 famous.
And you are
favorite
being paid
brand.
for that.
I am being paid for that.
That
as
was a
we
paid
speak,
promotion.
literally. Also, Paddy Wagon. Oh God, I am just
I
a
love
big
Paddy
They have
Wagon.
great
fan.
merch too.
Great
Their merch
They
is
do.
adorable.
Yeah.
No one has given me a Paddy Wagon shirt yet, but like just as a blanket gift idea.
Okay, merch wise, you know whose merch I covet every year is Dead Center Film Festival. Their T-shirt every year is always so
Yeah,
cool.
really
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yes. So yeah, Paddy Wagon. Also, Guest Room Records. I'm in there all the time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
They just opened a new one in Edmond,
and
didn't
they
they?
just
Yeah.
did
Nice.
in Edmond.
That's
Yeah,
good.
3 Oklahoma three
Yeah.
or 4
I
Oklahoma
think that's-
locations.
Yeah. What do people say on social media?
Yeah, so social media had a lot of answers. Almost the vast majority of them were Brahms. But we had a lot of other fun ones too, and ones that mentioned something in addition to Brahms. Pam Ferguson is a fan of Head Country barbecue sauce.
Oh yes.
Okay,
And
that's
who
a great
isn't,
one.
Really? Yeah.
That's a great one. So my husband's company, they went to Seattle for a business trip one time, and they were eating at this really, really, really expensive restaurant in Seattle called Canlis. That's like top tier restaurant in America kind of place. And like the chef came in, it was a big group of them. They were spending a lot of money, so the chef came out and they were saying hi. And the guy asked them where they were from, and they said Oklahoma. And he goes, "Oh my gosh, it's like one of the top chefs in America." And he's like, "You have to send me Head Country barbecue sauce. It's the best barbecue sauce in America." So they send him like a whole crate of it.
Nice.
Yeah. That stuff's awesome. Good answer, Pam.
No question. Head Country, any of their varieties, really. Vicky Duke Allen loves Bedre chocolate. That's another great one.
White
the
chocolate tornadoes.
Chocolate potato chips.
Yep.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with that. Jamie Davis says Brahms, Hideaway, and Head Country.
Love Hideaway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good answer.
Also good merch.
Also really good merch.
Yes, for sure. Let's see. I'm looking. Oh, yeah. Patsy Johnson is a fan. She loves Loves.
Loves. I didn't think about
Loves is always a treat. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they have so many. You'll find them in so many like rural or isolated locations where seeing the love sign is like a godsend.
It is. Yeah.
I will say On Q is really moving up there as far as nice gas stations go for me.
Yeah,
I like On
and
Q a lot.
since we're at Oklahoma, I mean, there's the Quick Trip. We've got to mention
I love a good Quick Trip.
There's a whole faction of people who come for us
Around
when
the
we don't.
fall, they have an apple pie stuffed cinnamon sugar pretzel. That is
the craziest thing I've ever heard.
It's so good.
We're living in the best age for gas station food.
We are. I'm telling you what.
That's just a fact.
It's true.
Yeah, and then a whole lot of other Brahms. We had other answers on Instagram, which I'm not on Instagram right now. I'm only reading the Facebook answers.
I know at some point when we talk to people who don't live in Oklahoma, like if you're interviewing someone who doesn't live in Oklahoma, but they're from here, right? And you always, like we would always ask them when I started working here, you know, what's the first thing you do when you come back? And they said Brahms so often that I quit asking the question.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I already know that it's Brahms. So I think one person, I think Vince Gill might have said Taco Bueno. Or something, and I was like, "What about Brahms?" He was like, "Oh no, Brahms!" Like immediately backtracked when I mentioned it. Like it just not even worth asking because it's always Brahms.
So that reminds me, Rex Lynn, the actor, whatever.
Yeah.
what's his name, every time he comes, another Oklahoma company, he has to go to Johnny's.
Johnny's is great.
Johnny's is good.
Yeah.
I really like
Johnny's.
Johnny's.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one. Big
I
fan.
forgot to give out my local, so I'm gonna throw something in we missed real quick.
Yeah.
And it's Arbuckle fried pies.
Arbuckle Mountain Fried
Arbuckle
Pies.
fried
Yeah, good one.
Yes.
That's an Oklahoma treasure.
And also Oklahoma State Parks.
Oklahoma State
We
Parks.
love the parks.
Yeah,
Love the parks.
we love the parks.
And the
That's
parks
a good
have
one.
really good merch as well.
They do.
Oh,
They have
yeah.
cool stuff.
Really
Same.
Maybe
They have really cool
Brahms and the
stuff.
Oklahoma State Park should team up.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. Well, I know that you probably have some of your own favorite brands. Go ahead and leave those in the comments, and we will be back with Podvents right after this break. In Oklahoma, arts play an essential role in bringing communities together, enhancing quality of life for Oklahomans, and positively impacting our economy. The Oklahoma Visual Arts Coalition is a nonprofit that helps develop the Oklahoma visual arts community through education, promotion, connection, and funding. Since 1988, OVAC has worked closely with Oklahoma artists, educators, organizations, and communities to ensure visibility and opportunity while promoting public interest in the arts across the state. To learn more about how the Oklahoma Visual Arts Coalition supports artists and to personally contribute to a growing Oklahoma arts scene, visit ovac-ok.org or follow OVAC on Instagram, Facebook, and Blue Sky. All right, well, it's Podvent time. This is where we go through the travelok.com event calendar and pick out a few of our favorite gyms. Is there anyone who'd like to go first this week? Oh, Kirsten is eagerly volunteering, so Kirsten can go first.
Well, I picked this because of the show Outer Banks, because they have a thing in there where they're like, it's goblin mode time or something. I forget the actual wording, but it's just funny to me. So anyway, get in goblin mode because in Ponca City on October 16th is Goblins on Grand Halloween Carnival.
That sounds fun.
It's going to be fun. Disclaimer for the website, it's downtownponcacity.com. Find all your information, everything you want to know there for extra stuff. But there's going to be, like, Grand will be shut down for so much area so people can wander around, have their Halloween costumes on, get in the spirit. There's going to be more than 100 vendor booths. There's trick-or-treating, there's carnival games, there's food and dessert trucks, there's a petting zoo, there's everything. The festivities are going to run from about 5:30 to 7:30 that night. There's no charge to attend.
Okay, I like that.
Is that free?
Yes, and it's definitely encouraged. Wear your costumes, go have fun.
What if my costume is not a goblin?
Wear it anyway,
Yes.
and go have
Okay,
fun.
all costumes welcome. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you're trick-or-treating, you are encouraged to bring your own trick-or-treating bag.
Oh,
Bring your own bag
Okay.
for all your things to carry around with you. It will make life easier. And just for anyone who needs to know, in case of the weather, it's Oklahoma, we never know.
Yeah.
If it is raining on the 16th, the event will be moved to the 23rd.
Oh, okay.
So just 1 week later,
Yes.
if there is bad weather.
Keep weather aware, as
Yeah.
always, like
Just in
Oklahomans
case,
do.
we're in that
Yes.
weird season. You never know what's gonna happen.
Yes.
It's been bright and sunny outside and been raining on us at the
It's
office.
true.
So
It's true.
it is what it
Sometimes at the
is.
same time.
What the heck is a goblin? I don't even know.
A creature.
A creature.
I think they're like
Why are you
kind of
looking at me when
similar
you
to
say that?
Nathan's the goblin expert.
Are they like trolls?
Tell us
or-
about
or
your
what?
family.
I think they're like relatively similar to a troll or an ogre.
Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe
I-
between
they're in
troll
that
and ogre.
family of just ugly
Yeah.
monster,
Yeah.
right?
Chaos agents.
Look, I have
don't
an
know.
intrinsic understanding of the goblins.
Yeah, you don't need to explain. We just know goblin, of course. Nathan, what's your podvent?
Well, there are no goblins, but there is a witch.
Okay.
And stand back, because what a witch.
Oh, I know
Stevie
where you're
Nicks
going. Yes.
is going to be at the Paycom Center in Oklahoma. I'm so excited about this. I can't go and I'm bummed. So
Yeah.
please go for me and cheer very loud. Stevie Nicks is going to be at Paycom, 7 p.m. October 15th. I believe that's 2 days from now as this is airing, so you want to get on this. The ticket prices, the range that I found was about $130 to $898 were the most expensive that I could find. Paycomcenter.com. I love her.
Yes.
I love her so much. Stand Back is one of my favorite songs of all time. It's so good. The Wild
that's a
Heart
good
is a
one.
great album. And the one before that, Belladonna, is like one of I
Yeah,
think one of the
Belladonna's
great
big.
like female rock and roll albums of all time. Belladonna.
Yes.
She's so good. Of course, Fleetwood Mac, and all of that will be there. Lindsey Buckingham not
Well,
expected
not-
to appear.
yes, not expected to
Believe it or
appear.
not. If you don't know Stevie Nicks. There's a search button up there, and you need to look up Stevie Nicks because, man, she's great. She's our witchy queen of rock and roll.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you don't know Stevie Nicks, don't leave that in the comments. We don't want to hear about the Stevie Nicks denial.
Yeah. Do you guys have a Stevie Nicks song? Do you guys have a Stevie Nicks song that you like? Are you Stevie Nicks fans?
The
Or Fleetwood
Chain.
Mac, The Chain's a
The
great
Chain.
song. That's a
I
great
mean,
song.
yeah, just anything off like Prima Donna, I guess.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Are you a Stevie Nicks fan or a Fleetwood Mac fan?
I love the duet with Don Henley.
Oh,
okay.
I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, but yes, it's a good song. Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful song. Yeah.
Very cool.
So, yeah, Stevie Nicks, Paycom Center, October
All right.
15th. Go.
There you go. Well, our very own Stevie Nicks.
Oh yes, that is me.
Stevie wishes she was as cool as you.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish. So my event is the Robbers Cave Fall Festival, which is a huge event. This event, it draws more than 80,000 people every year and this weekend, or this year, it's going to be October 17th through the 19th. And I mean, like, it's a big deal down there at Robbers Cave State Park in Wilburton. And they have this carf show that I think they call it the Fall Foliage or the Fall Foliage Cruise. But yeah, there are more than 500 cars at the car show. Like, and it's just everything from it's pre-1984, I think, generally. Like hot rods, custom cars, like classic cars. Just any, I was talking to Chad Crow, our social media manager for tourism state parks, and he was showing me all these pictures of the cars from a couple years ago, and it's very cool. And they're going to have carnival rides, And also more than 200 arts and crafts vendors are going to be present at this. And there will be loaded baked potatoes among all sorts of, there will be.
Now you've got my attention.
Yeah. There will be, and homemade root beer, which I think sounds wonderful. And of course, there are food trucks because this is an event in Oklahoma. And so there's going to be caramel apples, barbecue, corn dogs, funnel cakes, curly fries, all that kind of stuff. And then there will also be a talent show. And I think on Sunday they have like a gospel service. So if you are a churchgoer, you can head over to that. And also, we don't know like how much lodging will still be available like at the park by the time of this airing. And so Chad suggested people might check out Lake Wister, because it's really not that far from Beaver's Bend, and they also have cabins. And there are some other parks and places around in the area where if you want to go down there and stay overnight and get lodging, you can find it even if the park is sold out, which I don't know if it will be. There's a real good chance. 80,000 visitors. Yeah, no, the lodge is beautiful. The park is beautiful. It's a big deal. So,
and those cabins at Wister are nice. It's a nice place to stay.
Yeah, so if you want more information, you should just go to travelok.com and you can find out some more.
Man, I love Robbers Cave. What a great park.
Yeah.
That's a cool one. Good event.
Yes.
Good event, Megan. What do you have, Ben?
Well, I have the Country Bumpkin Pumpkin Patch, which I definitely, I did. There was at least 90% of me that picked it because of its potential as a tongue twister. So Country Bumpkin Pumpkin Patch, it's too challenging for me. But the Country Bumpkin Pumpkin Patch, it is a pumpkin patch in Bartlesville, the biggest pumpkin patch that they have. You know what is entailed in a pumpkin patch. It's mainly, the main draw is the pumpkins, but it's much more than just that. They are going to have a children's play area with a play kitchen and garden shed. I think that's really cool. Water pump duck races with the rubber ducks. Yeah. They've got a corn maze, and tractor pulls. So all that classic fall stuff. Even a snack bar where you can get caramel apple cider. They're also going to be roasting s'mores out there. The Country Bumpkin Pumpkin Patch, that's going on in Bartlesville. It's every Saturday and Sunday through November 1st, or whenever that first November weekend is. And you're probably going to want to know, where is this place in Bartlesville? Well, the address is 18500 North 4030. And 4030 is just a street. So it is a rural pumpkin patch area to visit. And that's all I have for the Country Bumpkin.
Sounds like a very sincere pumpkin
Country
patch.
Bumpkin Pumpkin Patch. Yes. Yeah, I might have some relatives there. At least the name.
And you get to be in Bartlesville, which is just the greatest town.
Yes, absolutely. For star of the show, this is the one free ride that Brahms is getting, but we got to give it to Brahms.
Yeah.
We spent like 20 minutes
I was
talking
going to say,
about
it's the whole show.
It's the least we could do.
We need to do a show where we tour the farm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We
Y'all
used
need to go
do a
tour the
show
farm.
where
Well-
taste test
Oh,
all
we
the
should. I've never
flavors.
been to the Brahms farm.
Well,
That may or
maybe.
may not have been an email I've sent out before.
I'm not. Well,
I would try again.
I'm not sure that you can. They do public tours of the farm anymore.
Aw. Well, maybe they'll do one for us.
For us, yeah.
I bet they would.
You might be hearing from us soon, Brahms people. That's all we've actually got for you this week. This has been the show known from here to Norman, home of the National Weather Center, as the Oklahoma Today podcast. Head to oklahomattoday.com or pick up our latest issue on newsstands right now. Send your feedback to oktpod@travelok.com. I'll talk to you again next week. Brahms run in order, I think.